Friend of me, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy.
Welcome back, Homestead Heroes. Sorry I haven't put out a video for a second. I just acquired this Chuck Wagon behind me. When I got it, it had no gas tank cap. Hadn't had one in years. So there was leaves, sticks, algae growing in the gas tank. They couldn't get it to start. So I took the air filter off, sprayed some starter fluid, and got it to crank. I was like, okay, the engine's not locked up. I can probably fix this thing, right? So, I get this thing home, put the little drive thing in neutral, the ignition thing doesn't quite work. I take off the air filter, I clean the carb out, we put on a new gas tank, I put on a new gas cap, put in a new spark plug, and I still can't quite get it to start. So I take the carburetor and I adjust it to where it gets more gas, and there's a little throttle switch because this is a pull string. So it's sitting just like this behind me. So I pull that rope and it fires up. And I just light up like a small child because I finally got it. The puzzle's over. I've got it to start. Except for this thing fucking shot out of the barn like a banshee out of hell backwards. What I didn't know is that this little side-by-side is stuck in reverse. The shifter doesn't work, so forward, reverse, neutral, doesn't matter. It's stuck in reverse. Well, I had pulled the throttle all the way up to see, if I could get some more gas and power for the engine to catch. Well, now the throttle's stuck. So this thing shoots out the barn at full power. I snag the very front bars and I try to drop my weight and pull this thing back. It's only 9.5 horsepower. I'm 300 pounds. I don't know why that was my first thought, but it was. I'm gonna grab it, hold it, pull it back. No. This thing pulled me around like a bitch. And here is what it looks like. If you look out my barn, there's the pond. So I'm trying to pull this thing back to the barn, but I can't. So we get to the stump, and I've got to make a decision because it's already pulled me there. I jump in it and I cut the wheel. Well, luckily cutting the wheel worked. I just whip around in reverse. I hit to the backyard. So now I'm trying to stand on this thing where I've got my foot on the brake. Doesn't work because the engine's on full throttle. I'm trying to turn off the ignition. The ignition doesn't work, right? I hit the e-brake. The e-brake doesn't do anything. It's like someone cut that cable. So now I'm standing on this thing backwards as it's going in reverse. And I hit the fuel shutoff on the motor, right? I'm like, sweet, no big deal with this fuel shutoff. It'll putter out, no big deal. No, fuel shutoff doesn't work. For 15 minutes, I did circles in the backyard in reverse, waiting for it to run out of gas. This side-by-side kicked my ass. And it's not even like a little bit. It just destroyed me. It's been 2 days since. I had a pretty good limp going on yesterday, but it seems like my knees loosened up. My shoulder's a little sore, probably from, stupidly trying to stop it. But, I did grab it because I knew that I had that air filter off. I knew the carburetor was exposed, and I would say we're probably 20 yards from the pond. And if it went backwards into the pond, that engine was going to flood, and I had pretty much done nothing. So, on the bright side, the motor stays running. I know the motor runs. I've got to take this transaxle out. I'm probably going to have to bore out where those forks go, try to make it a little smoother. I'm sure over time, burrs have stuck. That little fork goes into like a pitchfork looking gear. Sometimes you can grind those back a little bit. They get a little rough. But I've never done this stuff, so, you know, it's hard to film it because what am I going to show you? We can both stare at it together unknowingly of what we're supposed to do and just tinker with it till something works. But thanks for watching.